wouldn't have been the first time, of course, that Shakespeare had consulted me. Like an oracle, I suppose one could say. But there's always a bizarre relationship. You know, people have to understand that when Shakespeare came to me, it wasn't because he didn't have the words. Shakespeare was a man of many talents, as we all knew. It's just he didn't know how to put them into order. You know, sometimes he would have a view on an apple, and he would say, "Look, I've got this concept, you know, about apples." He said, "You know, up in the tree, there are these apples." But every time I tried to write it down, I remember he said to me, every time I tried to write it down into my book of poetry, which keeps hidden under his pillow back at the time, all the words came out all jumbled up. You know, it'd be like, apple on tree, distantly sitting, up, in. And I said, look, it's all there, obviously, there's just a few things missing. And it was on one of these occasions, when he came to consult me on, you know, how to be good at stuff, how to be, like, creatively, you know, creative and get your stuff out properly. And he came to me and I said, look, well, actually I've been working on something, like, you can use it as inspiration. Obviously it's, back in the day, you have to remember this was a long time ago now, I did think that this was something that was going to be kept private, you know, something for me and Shakespeare in the private times. It wasn't so much for the public view. But I said, you know, draw inspiration from it. Don't be a plagiaristic bastard, obviously. Please, Shakespeare, we all know what you're like for that. Please. And then I recited. You know, I just read it to him. And that's when he wrote Romeo and Juliet. You know, I don't take responsibility. I don't like to absorb the credit like some sort of orange sponge. But, no. I said to him, I said, it started off, Shakespeare, so well. Or at least that's what I would like to say. But things, in fact, began quite crap, and will end in a similar way. He just looked at me, you know. He just looked, and he said, whoa, that's the old brilliant, you know. And, well, that's pretty much how it all happened.